Thank you very much, fellow trade union leaders, brothers and sisters, wherever you are. Once again, my name is Wanzusi Robert Matuku, and I'm the General Secretary of the Infrastructure Workers Union. As you are aware, brothers and sisters, this call comes at a time when we are faced with a very difficult situation that is before us right now. And that is in connection with the alleged mismanagement of the National Social Security Fund. Several allegations have been raised against the management of National Social Security Fund. And these allegations are coming not only focusing on the management, but they are also affecting trade unions, because as you are aware, trade unions are represented by 4 members on the board of the National Social Security Fund. 2 of these are coming from our sister center, the Central Organization of Free Trade Unions, and the 2 are from the National Organization of Trade Unions. Unfortunately, for reasons that are of a political nature, though we are all representatives of workers, we have those 4 representing workers on the board of NSSF, but they have somehow operated independently, differently, and somehow created some form of division from within the board, even when we are all standing for a common cause of representing workers on the NSSF. And now, Parliament, as you are aware, put in place a select committee that was chaired by Honorable Mwene Mpaka, I think from Barara. And they have produced, select committee conducted investigation and produced a report. That report has got recommendations that, whether we like it or not, are going to have a far-reaching implication not only on NSSF, but on the trade unions in Uganda. And my major interest in regard to this report is the manner in a way in which it has been, structured, and the negative sentiments it has really raised against our representatives, against trade unions. Trade unions have been portrayed very negatively in this report. And I think, as a trade union leader, I am concerned that this is not a matter that we can afford to let go. But more importantly is the fact that the report has made recommendations that are not in any way addressing the problems that they have highlighted in the report. And some of the recommendations are really unlawful. As an advocate of workers' rights, I find these recommendations, a number of these recommendations, unlawful. It does not matter even if it is a committee of parliament, which is a very high institution, very highly respected institutions in Uganda. I have a duty to point out what I believe is not right. If the members of parliament will act in good faith to be able to correct well and good. But in the event that they do not correct, as trade union leaders who are struggleists, fighting for the well-being of the workers in Uganda, we have a duty to take all the necessary measures to ensure that the rights of the working people in Uganda are not getting this, are not denied. Workers are not denied their rights. They don't get disadvantaged by the actions of members of parliament who seem to be acting somehow recklessly. The committee has acted in a manner that I think to a certain extent is very reckless, and it is not putting into consideration the interests of the various stakeholders. Like Martin Luther King said, at one stage Martin Luther King, when the American government had offered certain benefits to the blacks who had been enslaved for so many years. Many blacks were lured to think that the people, the whites in America, had a lot of good intentions for them. Martin Luther King, being their leader, told them and said, "My brothers and sisters, evil has come under the guise of good. But I can see evil coming under the guise of good, under the allegation that there is mismanagement of NSSF and providing recommendations that do not in any way address the problems that exist in NSSF. There is a cover-up that we are fighting for the money of the workers. There are people who are presenting themselves and are crying louder than the bereaved. We, the workers, have been bereaved for decades. We fought very hard even for the establishment of NSSF. Trade unions were at the forefront in ensuring that NSSF is established in Uganda. But when you find people who are crying very loud, claiming that they are fighting for the well-being of NSSF, for the safety of NSSF, for the safety of the workers' money, look what the recommendations they make to know whether or not they are really meaning well in demanding for the safety of the workers' money. And I want us to go further to start dissecting these recommendations one by one. Brothers and sisters, we are going to reach a stage where we are going to look at these recommendations one by one to see whether these recommendations are really designed to protect the money of the workers or they are designed to promote a political agenda. Now, for us to do this, as trade union leaders, we must remain very united. Unfortunately, this cause of this action that is being taken is coming at a time when we have been so disjointed. There is a lot of struggle from amongst us, both in Koftu and in Notu, and yet there is a need for us to work together as a united front to be able to deal with this problem in the way we have always done. Because there is nothing that is so impossible that we cannot do. Because if government realizes that the actions they are taking are not going to be in the best interest of the people that they represent, then it's important that they listen. But maybe they are not aware. Let us for once, during this moment, come together, brothers and sisters, in Notu, from wherever you are. I know we do not have a lot of money. We don't have money even to be able to implement certain activities. But you know, trade unionism is about voluntarism. And I think at the stage where we are, we, especially the leaders, will have to agree, even if we came on foot to demonstrate our commitment to the struggle, to come and participate in meetings, to listen to presentations, and draw conclusions that we should be able to communicate to Parliament and to every stakeholder in Uganda, because NSSF means a great deal to trade unions. NSSF means a great deal to the workers of Uganda. Because remember, the workers who subscribe to this NSSF are making a lot of sacrifices. And they are being exploited. They are suffering greatly, and the suffering of the workers that they are going through, we have made it known. Unfortunately, many times we have not got the support we need to ensure that the workers get justice in their workplaces. Now